Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, this is about how Pooh Shiesty turns around and allegedly robs Gucci Man at gunpoint. Gucci Man turns around and allegedly testifies, cooperates, whatever you want to call it, against Pooh Shiesty. You know, I'm going to get right to it, right? We're going to get right to it because we got to let y'all know what time it is because this is so crazy that I'm going to break this down on the street point. The only way Gucci Man could save his name, because Gucci Man's name is in the indictment, is giving a statement that he identified Pooh Shiesty. And that's the only reason why I'm speaking on it, because this is an indictment. This is an accusation. So Gucci Man still has a chance to clear his name from this accusation. And I'm going to break it down. We're going to show you the video footage. We're going to show you everything. We're going to tell you the street point, the civilian point, all points. Let's get this bulletin out, all right? Now, we got Gucci Man over here. Gucci Man getting ready to make a statement. Let me put it where you can see old Gucci Man, right? I'm going to put it where you can see Gucci Man nice and clear. You know what I mean? That's Gucci Man. He getting ready to make a statement right now as far as that he'll never tell if he see you or you see him with his girl, he bussing. All right? Now, Gucci Man still stand on this street persona. That's why I'm doing this. Gucci Man is on the street persona that he gangster like that. That's the way he presented himself to Pooh Shiesty. That's the way he's presenting himself to the world. Because I'm not in Atlanta. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing of Gucci, and I love everything that I'm seeing of Gucci on the street perspective. And I prayed that he would get off of that. People is thinking that he's off of that, but he's still this. But if you still this, you got to get your feet out of that water. But Gucci Man got his feet in the water of the street and got his feet in the water of the corporate world. And then Pooh Shiesty meets Gucci Man, and Pooh Shiesty gets the image and the persona from Gucci Man that he's 100 on some street time, and he's the one that somebody tried to run up in his joint, he bust them, he unalived them. That's Gucci Man. Now, Pooh Shiesty is mad at Gucci Man, so Pooh Shiesty respond the way he would with anyone on the street, because Gucci Man came at Pooh Shiesty and told Pooh Shiesty that they're one-on-one, as we say in Jamaican. Them one-on-one. But then now, Pooh Shiesty makes a move on Gucci Man, and Gucci Man is named in an indictment so you can see what's going on, because this is like so crazy. This is Gucci Man's involvement in the indictment. It says MM and RD described Williams Jr. RD is Roderick, is Gucci Man. Described Williams Jr., who's Pooh Shiesty, as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. This is a statement that they have in the indictment about Roderick, aka Gucci Man. Because I know these rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls, they want to quick to say I'm dissing Gucci Man. No. Maybe that's a statement they put in there based on what others said. But it says that RD described, Williams Jr. as wearing a black mask and black Nike brand Shiesty, man. Yo, Shiesty got his own mask named after him, right? That's what's so crazy. But he representing the street to the fullest, so you understand. But Gucci Man turns around and Gucci Man says this.
Nigga, please, nigga. They got $1 million, nigga. Broke ass nigga. Shit make a nigga heart hurt, boy. That don't make these niggas happy. These niggas ain't happy on home. Step to me, fuck nigga. I would love to, nigga. I don't care. You see me, my wife, you can step to me. I'ma smoke you. You know what's going on with me. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. The only thing I believe in is don't tell the police. Soft ass nigga. That's the only thing I believe in. That's it. Keeping it straight. That's my only rule.
Now, he's saying that's his only rule, but at the same time, we have this statement that's in the indictment. What do y'all think Gucci Man needs to do to clear up this discrepancy with him making a video saying only rule he got is don't tell the police, when this is what he's telling Pooh Shiesty, us, and the rest of the world? And then Pooh Shiesty said, okay, if that's what level we on, I'm not comfortable with my contract, so I'm going to make the move, and you don't tell the police. And then Gucci Man's name winds up in the joint. I want y'all to put in the comments what's your thoughts and opinions on that. All right? Now, just so you understand and know where we at, I'm going to run it back so that we on point. This is how the indictment started and why where we at now about Gucci Man having to step forward and let us know, because we watching this live in person unfold on YouTube. The persona of a gangster that's also a rapper. Because Gucci gets his full respect until we find out what's going on. Y'all put in the comments, y'all let me know what you think about this right here. But like I said, this is how it all began. Let's ride.
Individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty.
It was well before, several hours before sunup, when they first heard a boom. It was then followed by shouting of from the agents who were saying that they were certainly executing a search warrant. I can tell you, after that boom, there was a back door that was breached.
It sounded like Gucci cooperated. It sounded like the victim. Gucci was a victim and gave his testimony. Come on over here with me, Gucci. It's all right. It's all right to go and be civilian. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on over here with me, Gucci. Press charges on their ass.
Flat. Now, that's where we at as far as, where Gucci Man's involvement is in with this. So y'all let me know now as far as what you think about that. Because I've been watching this for a minute, and as I'm watching this, it's not looking good. What do you think Gucci Man needs to do right now? Y'all tell me what you think Gucci Man needs to do right now in a situation like this. Because he came off and told, Pooh Shiesty, or gave him the impression that he 100% street. They got a discrepancy. Pooh Shiesty push up on him. He take it on the street level, so now he have to deal with it. So let me know what you think of this right now. All right? Now, let's kill the fantasy right now. This ain't no movie. This ain't no rap lyrics. This is real life. crashing in real life in front of you, real life consequences. You got a situation where the feds are alleging a contract meeting turned into a kidnapping and robbery. And that right there is the first mistake, confusing business problems with street solutions. Because once paperwork enters the room, the streets are already losing. And once weapons enter the room, the feds are already winning. That's the setup. That's the trap. That's the downfall. From everybody running on YouTube saying what they thought about this, what was happening with this, how it was going to happen and all of that, that's how all of this happened in the first place. So you understand that's where they at. Now, the real situation, right? The fact-based. According to federal prosecutors, a meeting was set up to talk about the contract, dispute between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. That means this started as business, not beef, not war, just business. The allegation is once inside the room, everything flipped. Weapons allegedly came out, pressure allegedly got applied, a contract release was allegedly forced to be signed. So what do you think happened? Don't that sound like some Vanilla Ice stuff? Y'all tell me if that sound like Vanilla Ice and Suge Knight. And now, what should have been handled with lawyers is sitting in a federal courtroom where a man is looking at life in prison because he took another man at his word that he was bout it. And that's why I say, let a person know who you are. Let that sink in. A contract issue turned into a life-altering case. If y'all don't understand that it's not worth it, man, 'cause I know a lot of you young rappers is out there watching this and seeing what's going on, but you got to be on point. This is where a lot of young dudes get confused. They see success, but they don't understand the structure of success. They hear the street talk, but don't see the corporate paperwork behind it. Meaning, Gucci Mane went at him as a corporate businessman and owner of a label that could produce X amount of dollars up front for him signing. But at the same time, Gucci Mane told him he bout it. I just showed you the video where Gucci Mane still saying he bout it. So that's why I did it in the order I did it. They hear street talk but don't see the corporate paperwork behind it. They think we all street. We know Gucci was street. They even saying that this is a clone that's out there. So y'all put it in the comments if you think that's a clone. But the truth is, everybody's not playing the same game. One man is thinking loyalty, another man is thinking liability. One man is thinking respect, another man is thinking legal protection. And that's what Gucci Mane was doing. And that mismatch right there destroyed Pooh Shiesty's life. Because they're not letting this go without a conviction. Let's get that straight. Pooh Shiesty is doing some time. So we say he's innocent of this and that. He go to trial. You seen what happened with Diddy. He went to trial. He still did some time. He's doing some time. Now, the rock to sleep reality, right? Pooh Shiesty was rocked to sleep to believe, right? I feel like taking this into the prison cell right now, right? Pooh Shiesty was rocked to sleep. Now let's talk real. This is my perspective. The game be rocking dudes to sleep every day. We know that. You around money, chains, entourages, security, street music, you start believing everybody around you is operating by the same code. You think the CEO is still the homie from the block. You think the label is a family, not a business. You think problems get solved face to face, but the truth is, $1 million company is not a street corner. And once you cross that line wrong, it's over. And that's what Pooh Shiesty did. He crossed that line over. And that's what's so crazy about this. Street code versus business law. Street code says handle it yourself. Business law says document everything. Street code says don't tell. Business law says report everything. Street code says stand on it, my trigger. Business law says prove it. And when those two worlds collide, the street don't win. The loudest voice don't win. The smartest paperwork, the smartest documentation is what wins. So you understand where I'm coming from. Let's be clear. There's no verified proof anybody told anybody to move a certain way. But here's what is real. When image and reality don't match, somebody pays the price. When business wears a street mask, confusion gets created. And when confusion meets ego, bad decisions get made. That's where Pooh Shiesty was saying, I can't believe he played me like that. Big skull pass, and this is how he treat me, and then he asks for the chain back, and he don't even pay for the funeral, and Pooh Shiesty's in his body. That's how situations escalate within your mind. That's how meetings turn dangerous, like this one turned. That's how lives get flipped upside down overnight. The federal wake-up call, right? It's where the federal wake-up call come in because the feds don't got involved. The feds don't move off emotion. They move off evidence. Phones, cameras, travel logs, digital footprints, witness statements, social media. This ain't the old days. This ain't Unique Mecca audio days when it was hard for them to get a wiretap and that's all they had. Now they got, every man got a cell phone, including the man that's involved that they said helped the door, Big 30, videotaping the whole thing. You think they got that cell phone with that footage in it? Somebody put it in the comments and let me know what you think about that. My number's on the screen. If you feel I'm saying anything wrong, don't call me no bullshit because I'm not on it. So if you call, you try to talk for real, but know my time is valuable, so be ready to send a cash app or don't use the number. Let's keep it moving. The federal wake-up call, right? As a matter of fact, right? Cop my book of Roaring Harlem at roaringharlem.com, all right? If you want to know how I got created, all right? Just want to slide that in. The feds don't move off emotion. They move off evidence. Like I said, phones, cameras, travel logs, digital footprint, witness statements, social media. This ain't the old days, man. Ankle monitors. Dude caught up in Texas when he's supposed to be in Memphis. Violation number 1. That alone can take him off the street to give them time to investigate. You cannot beat a digital system with emotional decisions. Pooh Shiesty got emotions. He got in his emotions. See, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna get off that for a minute. Then I'm gonna get a message to the youth. Right? I'm gonna get off that for a minute. Just so you understand that men is governed by their instinct and desire to survive, when women is governed by their feelings and emotions. And that's why they make the decisions that they make, because they have that 28-day cycle in a month to stop and rejuvenate. But us as men, we move off of instinct and desire. Our instinct to survive and our desire to get what we want, whether it's the women, and then we know we have to get the money. Go back and watch that video I did with Big Meech where I broke down his interview. It's in the joint below. I'm going to put it in the back. But that's how that is. Pooh Shiesty moved off of his emotions. not his instinct. His instinct would have told him better. Now, the feds don't care nothing about you, so you understand. But I'm going to just get right into the message to the youth, right? I'm talking to you directly now. Stop chasing the image. Stop believing everything you see in music is real life. Stop thinking loyalty is automatic just because money is involved. Because when pressure hits, everybody protects themselves first. That means now you become second, but when you running with the entourage, he's number one. Somebody explain this to me. Everybody protects themselves first. Do y'all agree with that or not? Put it in the comments and tell me why or why not. Now, that's human nature. That's survival. And if you don't understand that, you become the lesson. The real jewel in this, right? If it's contract problem, use contract solutions. Like a lawyer, paperwork, negotiation, the court if necessary. There's nothing wrong with using the court. No one is saying don't use the court. But don't hold court on the street in a studio with an AK-47, allegedly. Because the second you bring force into business, you just upgraded your problem into a federal situation that could cost you life in jail. And now it's not about winning, it's about surviving and getting off of that charge. Now, the streets will sell you a dream, but the system will show you reality when they lock that ass away. And once reality hits, this is how there is no rewind button. There is no my bad. There is no second take, just consequences. So learn this early from Unique Mecca Audio. The streets are real, but the feds are realer. Let's get it right. Now I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. Let's see if I can keep these put in the comments on the screen throughout this whole joint, so I can get your opinion on this. Can you really make street mentality with business contracts? The answer is no. One runs on emotion, the other runs on law, and law always wins. Do you agree with that or not? Put it in the comments. Is it fake to promote street energy but rely on the law when things go wrong? Because Gucci Mane is projecting this street energy, but now he's relying on the law to help him with this gorilla on his back. The answer is it's not fake, it's reality. But it becomes dangerous when others believe the image is real. And that's what Pooh Shiesty did. He believed Gucci Mane's image was real. Do artists unintentionally mislead young people with street branding? Meaning Gucci Mane branding himself as the king of the South. And I love Gucci Mane until I just seen what happened. But now we're going to see how this play out. But as of now, I love Gucci Mane. Yes, because the audience sees lifestyle, not the legal protection behind it. Should business disagreements ever be handled with force? Put that in the comments and let me know. The answer, never. That turns negotiation into criminal case instantly. Is loyalty real in the music business? Put in the comments if you think loyalty is real in the music business. The answer is loyalty exists, but business interest always comes first. So it's always about the bag. What destroys careers faster? Contracts or egos? Put it in the comments. I definitely want to hear what y'all have to say about what destroys careers faster, contracts or egos. The answer is no, because ego makes you ignore the contract. Pooh Shiesty ignored the contract and said, I'm going to do me and get out of it the way I know how to get out of it. Can someone be both street and corporate at the same time? Can Gucci Mane be street and corporate at the same time? Y'all put in the comments and let me know. Now, the answer is they can appear to be, but when pressure hits, that's when the pipe bursts and they choose one or the other. Pressure has just hit Gucci Mane. Pooh Shiesty has officially brought the pressure to Gucci Mane. Pooh Shiesty has officially unfolded Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane had his chest out and felt like king of the South. And Shiesty felt like the king violated, so I'm going to step to the king because he's a man just like me. And like Biggie Small says, he bleeds too. Pooh Shiesty applied that pressure on Gucci. That's what y'all need to take out of this. Forget everything else. Because we already know we going to see if Gucci ratting or not. But what I don't want y'all to miss is that Pooh Shiesty applied the pressure to Gucci Mane and he folded under pressure, if that's his statement in that indictment. So it shows you now that Pooh Shiesty is a bigger gangster than Gucci Mane, who, did a self-defense joint that he get his props for. So don't think, because I know how those rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls think. I'm just saying, I looked up to Gucci Mane for the way he handled it. All my homies, I talked to Gangsta Lou. Gangsta Lou is who put me on Gucci Mane. And for Gangsta Lou to look up to him and say he's a certified young G. And now he's listed in indictments as identifying assailants. Yo, dog. Help me understand. All right, but check it out, right? Is street code even real in high-level business? Does street code even belong in high-level business? Let me know and put that in the comments. No, once money scales up, everything becomes legal, because now that's how you protect the bag when you legal. What's the biggest mistake young artists make? Y'all put in the comments what y'all think the biggest mistake that young artists make. Now, please tell me that, right? What's the biggest mistake you think young artists make? The answer is thinking relationships are personal when they're actually contractual. They think it ain't a personal relationship. Pooh Shiesty thought he was in a personal relationship with Gucci. That's how much Gucci rocked Pooh Shiesty to sleep, that he thought he was in a personal relationship. Pooh Shiesty actually thought that Gucci Mane liked him, when Gucci Mane only seen him as a dollar sign. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth in my Chris Tucker voice with Jackie, Chan? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Pooh Shiesty got ultimately rocked to sleep and Gucci Mane got ultimately tested. Now, who wins in this situation? Pooh Shiesty is looking at life. Gucci Mane is looking at being labeled a rat. But Gucci Mane is free and Pooh Shiesty loses his freedom. Somebody explain this to me, right? What's the ultimate lesson here? What do y'all think the ultimate lesson in this video is? I'm gonna answer that, Ron. If you don't understand the rules of the game you're in, the game will destroy you. Pooh Shiesty didn't understand the game that he was in. Pooh Shiesty did not understand the game that he was in. You got flip-flop wearing rat bastards and trolls in the game. And that's why I say identify yourself, rat bastards. Because Gucci Man identified himself as a straight up G. And now his name is listed in Indictment. Y'all put in the comments, y'all let me know how you think he should go about dealing with this issue to save his honor, or should he say screw his honor and stay out with his beautiful wife and children? We'll talk about that later. I'm gonna do a live on this real soon, but let's get up out of here. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.